Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm just going to do another test here. It's approximately 20 minutes and 15 kilometers. So we'll see how we do here. So we got some passengers, pedestrians who are going to walk. Let's see. Oh, FSD's hesitating. Waited and then went. Okay, so that was very good. Or is it because it was just glitching out at the stop sign? I mean, that stop sign always glitches for me. But nonetheless, pedestrians are still alive. So that's a good thing. Forgot to charge last night. Alright, cars are clear now. We should be able to go. Nice smooth left turn here. Forgot to charge last night, so I'm at 36%, so a little bit of range anxiety, I suppose. Although it's plenty for where I'm about to go and come back. So far I haven't been anywhere far enough that I had to use a supercharger, so haven't used that. I try to charge at home most of the time at after 11, which drops to like 15 cents a kilowatt, I believe, out here in British Columbia. There's a slew of cars behind me, and we need to get into the right-handed lane. I took it like up 20, and we're gonna hit this yellow. We're gonna hit the light right here. I took it up a little bit faster, so see if I can get ahead of the pack and get into this lane. I suppose that's what I'm going to call lane anxiety, where fsdbeta never gets into the lane at the right time or waits till the last second. But so far I'm ahead of the pack here, so I might have a moment. But there's another Tesla who's like coming up on my lane right here, and I need to get in there like ASAP. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we made it. Hitting all the sewers along the way. Alright, these are always good. We're at a yield now. There's a decent amount of cars here, and we should have a moment right after this car right here. So go. Alright. It didn't go. So I hit the accelerator and it went. If I didn't hit the accelerator, that would have been a honk for sure. So in that situation, if it went less hesitation there, yeah, the less hesitation would have been better. So it's slowing down here a bit. We got a bit of a break. I don't know if it was at the car that was also going to make a yield, and there was a cyclist on the corner. But we kind of braked. It wasn't a phantom brake or anything, but we sort of slowed down. If I was not on the software, I mean, I probably would have just kept going at a steady speed, knowing that nothing was going to happen, but I'm just going to kick it up another notch here. So I think it has us going onto the highway here. I'm going to skip the highway, so I'm probably going to disengage before we get to the highway and then reroute down the other part of more of the city streets. I also found this little trick. I don't know, I'm sure lots of people probably already know about it, but instead of nagging and tugging on the wheel, I just kind of scroll one of the scroll wheels when the blue nag starts flashing, and it sort of tells the computer that I'm not sleeping. Actually, on second thought, I might just let it go down to onto the highway, because I guess when we exit the highway, there might be like I don't know. I mean, it's going to be like trying to get into a far left lane, I believe, and then try to do an unprotected left or something, and maybe I'll just do that. And see how we do. If it's super busy, it's probably going to be very hard to do. Might have to disengage, but we'll see. If we stay on the highway, we should probably... FSD is going to stay in this lane until it starts to cut off, and then it's just going to like go into the next lane. It'll end up going from this lane to this lane and just like go. So I'm going to do itself a favor, and I'm just going to hit the indicator because we had some time there, and then it's gonna pop onto autopilot right now because we're still on single stack. Or sorry, double stack. So now we've lost all the visual. And if you don't have fsdbeta and you have a Tesla, and this is still great for highway driving. You still have to pay attention while you're driving and may have to control your speeds on how fast you want to go with the wheel, little scroll wheel here, but you know, you might have to slow it down as you're coming into turns and curves and whatnot, but it's a great feature for sure if you don't have fsdbeta. Alright, so it's autopilot's telling me to lane change. Which this is actually the lane that we're going to need to be in. So right now we're probably going to come up and we're going to have to merge right, and then like an immediate left if there's room. If it's too busy, then I'm not sure what it's going to happen. It's going to be hooped. We'll probably have to go to the light. I can't remember if there's if the traffic light will even be allowed to do a left turn, but there's a big lineup right here, but it looks like there's a window because a bunch of cars are able to go. Maybe we'll catch this window, maybe not, probably not. So all these cars are coming in from this side. And we're supposed to make a left, like right there, but I don't think it's gonna be able to because there's too many cars. Oh shit. I had a huge truck coming out on me. Okay, I'm just gonna... Alright, here we go. So we had to reroute to this traffic light because the other turn off was, as you can see, this big truck was kind of like, I'm on assertive, and we had time to go, but you know, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, so to speak. Okay. Okay, we're kind of stopped right here. I'm just gonna tap it up a little bit because we're stopped like right in that line there, sort of like right where people turning here can only turn so much before, you know, in case someone walks here or whatnot. But this should be a good left turn right here. We're still behind this line. We should go up a little bit further. Okay, we should go because we have the yellow. Come on, go. Nice. So that wasn't too bad. Sometimes at those yellows, it'll just like kind of stop and like decide not to go. Even though that we should be going. And this, I kind of missed it there, but there was another, that's where the left turn would have came out if we were able to get into the very first left turning lane, but it was difficult because many cars try to get into that lane. Okay, it's just stopped. Had this problem a little bit today where lights turn green and then it just doesn't want to go. And now we're speeding up because I had this speed I cranked the wheel to 70 kilometers right as the light changed. I don't know if that had something to do with it. And then it was kind of going really slow for a bit, and then like maybe it had something to do with me fiddling with the wheel right as the light turned green, because this one nothing happened, or it went when it should have went. Disengage there, kind of went over a small pothole. Didn't like that. Do not like to do that. Alright, we're supposed to take a right here. Slowing down to yield. Oh, stop, please. We stopped because there was someone who wanted to walk at the crosswalk. They had the right of way. Now we're just kind of gonna creep out slowly. Someone's gonna honk at me probably because we should go. Just gonna tap that ever so slightly. Tap the acceleration, just a little bit of a love tap, and then kind of pedestrian kind of like was standing there, and they have the right of way. They just kind of got there, and it was like a last second. Foot was ready by the brake, ready to slam those brakes if need be. Yeah, we're actually a little bit behind where we should be, so we're kind of just rolling forward a little bit. We have a green arrow, we should go. Oh, there it goes, because I just touched the scroll wheel again right before the light turned, so then for some reason it didn't want to go on that green. maybe it's me touching the scroll wheel. So we've arrived at our destination. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you on the next one. Again, we're going to make a left here. There's pedestrians crossing. I'm just going to keep this rolling right into the parking lot until it glitches out. So this pedestrian finished walking, and then now we're getting honked at a little bit because we should go. People are not so patient. I mean, come on, let's let the people walk.